he's been hanging out right with you. So it is a great thing. See, I'm not holding the leash. So it is a wonderful thing, but I just can't videotape it because he's right around me. Not that it's easy. No. Here we go. Come. Good. Now, as of right now, all these jumps when he's not touching me, I'm not doing anything with it. I will fix all of them later. So as long as he's not touching me, I'm okay with that, as long as I'm not having him on a leash. I mean, when I'm holding the leash, I'm not going to be okay with that, just because you have opportunity to work on that. But I lost your dog. Here we go. I mean, it's just so close to me that what I have to do is make sure I'm not stepping on him versus, you know, trying to find him in the phone. Extremely funny dog, great dog. I mean, just absolutely great dog on each and every level. Come. Perfect. Okay. And again, when he's doing that, you can't videotape him because he learned not to stay in front of me, but on the side, I'm not really complaining. You know what I mean? I want him to be with me, so I can't really complain about that. So I've been encouraging that more than anything. But I was discouraging to be in front of me, because that's how you trip. And we don't want you to trip. And I really can't call him or do anything because he's right next to me. See how he is? So he's getting out of the way when he's in front. So that's been doing pretty good. And even though this is a small leash, it's still a leash that bothers him. But that's what's going to happen until you bring him here for the second board and train, and we off leash training him. He anticipates at the moment. There you go. Again, can't complain, but I really can't do what I set out myself to do. And we normally don't redo these things because you know, if there's issues, I want you to see it and see how we handle it. Come. And it's really not an issue. It's just I can't work on the comb. And you're gonna see this in other videos. There will be comb, but that was the whole point of this video. Come. Perfect. He's working very well for his food, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're not gonna use well, we can use occasional treats, but the diet he's working just fine. So treats probably will be once you're doing maybe something else with them. We're teaching them new stuff, so I've been using this for that. Come. Okay. And the more he doesn't know something, the closer he gets to you. So gotta always watch where he is. And again, this is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It just doesn't allow me to show what we're working on. But we'll have other opportunities. And I'm gonna finish this video that's set out to be a not as packed with the good baby, the good baby, good baby, good baby. He's not packed with action, but extremely adorable. Okay, okay, good boy, good boy. And when I hold the leash, I'll deal with this. When I'm not, right now, I'm not going to deal with this. We will take care of that once, you know, we put him off leash. Right now, he just wants to play. And I'm going to let him play. But, see, he anticipates. Too smart for his own good, which is a great thing. But he is way, way, way smart. Very good boy. All right, we're done. We done. Are we done? You showing everything that you know now? That you're such a good boy? You are, but you need to shut up. That's what you need to do. No. Good. You. Good boy. So, as far as heel goes, we separate into 5 different exercises. So, this one is back and forth. Good boy. Come on. Good baby. And we always do those exercises separately, because if you're just trying to heel with a dog, you're going to end up heeling with the puppy. But if you have a direction in which this good boy, good boy, good baby, which is right now you can see that I'm walking pretty good speed, so it's the same speed. All I do is about turns and I walk exactly same direction, and it's literally back and forth. And what he learns is to turn with you, and because you are doing the same exercise over and over, it's easy for the dog to follow, and it's easy for them to get treats and stuff, which is he's gonna do right here. Good boy. Very good. Very good. Now, Obviously, we're going to enforce while he's walking too, just for the sake of video, because I have to videotape and do all that. Good boy. Okay. Good job. Great. Good boy. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. Let me get this. Oopsie. Stop, 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 stop. Slow down. Slow down, you boy. Got stuck on you. It's a one-handed. You shouldn't be doing it one-handed. I'm doing it for the video. But you shouldn't be doing it one-handed. Okay. Here we go. And he can be, he is now completely crate trained. Obviously I took everything out of it. And this is a not normal crate for him. This is a transport crate that I have had in the car, so I just pulled it out. And he's actually never been in this crate before, so that's just the tryouts. We always do a very random crate in a very random place when we do it, just because sometimes you need to bring him to the vet, or you need to bring him with you somewhere, and you need to stick him in something that he's never been. So we're just making sure that he's going to be reacting normally, and he's going to be all good with that. And so far it's so good. So he's not really whining in it. He normally goes right to you know, resting and whatever. This is a new crate, so he is smelling it, just because again he's never been there. So as long as he's moving in there and he's not relaxed, I'm not gonna open it. So we shall see how long it's gonna take him to relax. And it's okay. He's really not stressing out or anything. He just doesn't understand why he's there. And also we normally never stand like that, obviously. So he's basically now very relaxed until I start talking again, but he's nice, cool, and collected. And he's completely relaxed in there. So I'm gonna wait just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna go and get him out of there. Very good. Now I'm gonna have to put you on the ground, because I gotta put collar on with two hands. I mean, not that good at it, but even though I come up, he's still not really rushing through it. He's just sitting, figuring it out. So I'm gonna open that, and he is not coming out. And let me go and put the collar and the leash on him. Good boy. He's a good boy. We're not okay. So this is something that he's doing right here, and I don't really want him to do, so I wanted to show it to you. I don't want him upside down, and I don't want him whining. So I'm gonna put that collar on him while he's laying down, which is, he is laying down right now. That's where he was, and that's where he's coming out. And the door is completely shut. He still can't come out until I am going to say, okay, good boy, good boy, good boy. And this is a circle that requires dog a little bit walking with you in the outside, and then on the inside, which is a little different speed. Whoopsie, sorry bud. The leash is way too long. good baby. Good baby. What a good baby. Yay, good baby. Come on. Good job. Good job. What a good baby. And good baby. Yay, good baby. So we're literally going on the circle. And then you step, and then you step. So we do exaggerated eyes and ears while we do in a regular daily grooming session. We make sure that we can see inside of the ears, that we actually spending more times in the eyes, and we need to be able to see everything, and him allowing us to see everything, just like what's going on right now. I mean, she can see it, but she makes it a point to stay longer on it, because if you ever have to treat him for anything, or you need to look at the eyes or some kind of infection or something, the dog will be completely fine with all that, because you started early with this. Same with the mouth. She needs to see the teeth, she needs to see the gums, and that's basically what she's doing right now. And he needs to pretty much allow her to do this. Very good. Very good. And you can reinforce the puppy. Okay. And we can come back to brushing him. So as far as brushing, he doesn't have to stand still. He just needs to not be too difficult to brush. Obviously, he is still a puppy, so there's some movement that we do. However, there's significantly less movement, and you need to work on this. So if that's a problem, you absolutely can work to improve seriously, significantly all that. So now the biggest problem with him is he's trying to flip all the time on the extra submissiveness, and that is a problem, because he doesn't need to be, he doesn't need to do all those submissive behaviors. I know people encourage that because it's cute, but it's extremely not good for him to constantly go to submission, because he's getting out of everything that you want him to do, and he also, demanding and asking from everything. So, but all we are asking him here for is the cooperation. So every time she does anything with him, he needs to cooperate. So if she's gonna raise him up, he needs to kind of stay there. If she's going to pick him up or flip him, just try to put him on there you go. Good. So that's what we're asking for, is a cooperation on him, So whatever she's doing, whatever is comfortable for her, whatever she needs, that is what he needs to accept. So this is absolutely perfect. And that's how we do the grooming. And it's going to get only better with more training. You good boy? Yeah, you are. Good puppy. He's a good puppy. And she's just looking all over him and making sure he's all okay. Yep. And this is corners, sharp corners he needs to follow. Same thing here. So left corners, right corners, sharp corners. I know it's hard to see because the way I'm videotaping, but I don't have a second person no more. One pony show. But no matter where you're turning, see, if I'm going into him, he kind of sit down. He was almost ready to go on the down, but he didn't. So I'm going really tight circle around him. And now I'm going to circle completely opposite direction and tough corners. There you go. Pretty much 90-degree corners. See? There you go. He slowed down. Good job. Good job, boy. Good job, boy. Good. Very good. Excellent. And when you stop, he stops. Perfect. Down. Good boy. Good. Come. Good. Very good. Around. Down. Where did you drop it? Here we go. Okay. Okay. Down. Good. It's a good thing. We've been working hard on him not to be jealous with somebody else's food. That's paying off. Over. Over. Good. And that's scary, but good. Over. Stop. No, down. Perfect. And we're not gonna step on him like we normally do the hug. We're not gonna do that. Nope. Down. Good. So we're gonna do this again because he really wanted to have somebody else's food. No. Good. And we're gonna do this again. And that's because he doesn't have another dog to practice this with us. This was hard because he is the most important one. And then once he accepts it, then he can have his own food. No problems whatsoever. And mommy said that you didn't like Origin. And that's what it was, Origin, by the way. Right? Good. So she's doing this. Down. Good. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Place. Down. Perfect. Mocha. Because he got up. So I want to get her back again here. And she's like, bat out of hell. And place. Good job. Okay. Good baby. Good baby. Good baby. Good baby. Place. Good boy. Good boy. Oh my goodness, there's tons of leashes, but this is just the one short one. Good boy. And one long one. And we don't know why it's there. Anyway. And I'm gonna make him a little bigger once I get further away. So let me make them bigger. Okay. So technically I am behind this, but I have my hand sticking out up here, so he can't see me, but I can see him. Now on the place, he can obviously stand up, turn around, walk. As long as he is not leaving the place, he's all good. It's a much more relaxed command, so very much relaxed. No. And that's how you're handling that. So he was kind of close to the edge, and from here I can't see. Now I would have let him do much more if I could see where the edge ends, but I really can't. So I'm just showing you how to handle it when you can't see it. And the no, my no is working. Your no will have to be tut, basically, because that's like everybody, as far as respect, everybody has to deserve their own respect. So obviously with me, it's already here, but you're gonna need to spend some time teaching him that he's got to respect you and there's no other way. And that's include to respecting your children. That's include a lot of things that we're going to talk about. However, he can be right now on the place, he can be for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. However, this is kind of like I'm far away, so I really have no way of correcting them from here. So this is not something that you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing this stuff with a 15-foot leash that I'm going to bring to you, and you're going to be concentrating on being around him in about 15 feet radius. Okay, obviously for the video purpose we are not going to you know, keep them there for 10 minutes. Normally I do 3 minutes, which has already been, and then I come, this is where he's actually is, this is how far he is. So I am going to so that's just, I'm gonna go and come up closer. As we come up closer, I'm gonna put him, not as much because this is a lot of movement for you to watch. When I get there, instead of just letting him off, I'm gonna pick him up, and I tell you why, because he's been so sensitive, and obviously you carried him a lot around. So I will not mind for you to sometimes, as a reinforcement, to pick him up and reinforce him that way. But and he's trying to get submissive, which is I don't want him to. Now he didn't do it, but you saw the head went down. Sometimes he actually turns around, and he's a good boy, come on. And he didn't eat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sweep him up. Instead of just letting him go off the blanket, I'm gonna actually swoop him up and reinforce him. But he's got comfortable, so we can still talk a little more before I let him go. So as of right now, because there's such a been holding him, it was a deal, big deal, obviously before I got him. So I made it to the minimum. So now we're gonna ask you to not pick him up as many times as you have been doing it, and not holding him like that, like you've been doing like a baby. He is a dog, so he needs to be a dog. And we are going to decrease the amount of time. However, we're not just going to drop it. So until his second board and train, I will advise that sometimes when he's done really good, you are to pick him up and just cuddle with him. He's going to love it, and he's going to do better for you. All right, so nothing wrong is with cuddling at this point. Now, after the second board and train, we are not going to pick him up and cuddle for, you know, as a reinforcement. We're just gonna do it sometimes when, you know, you just want to hug him and kiss him, you know. Look at his face, just, you see his face, and kiss him and hug him and all that stuff. Who's smiling? Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna go and swoop him, and we're just gonna kiss and hug and do all that. Okay, Alrighty. But normally you're just gonna tap him and say, okay. But I'm gonna come up, tap him, and this is what you want to avoid, you know, this is over submissiveness. So I'm gonna pick him up when he's not doing it. There you go. Awesome. Woohoo! And this is a fast and slow. So we're gonna do a normal speed. We're gonna do a little faster. Go boy. Go boy. What a good boy. Yay, go boy. And a little slower. Good boy. Very good. And a normal. Good. Good. Good boy. And a little faster, faster, faster. Good boy. Good, good, good boy. And a turn. Yay. Good boy. And a slower. And a faster. Good baby. Good baby. So this is why we did not really train them the muzzle, because if you can see this, the dog is, this is the smallest, no, down, good, good. The smallest muzzle that we have, and not just we have, but this is kind of the best muzzle. This is a basket muzzle for Florida. So that's it. We really can't train them to wear it because, yeah, you have no nose yet. You have no nose yet. You have no nose. What are you gonna do without the nose? Right? But nevertheless, you're gonna get this muzzle and you're gonna practice with that, just doing that, just feeding it and getting used to putting his nose into it. Ta-da! Good boy. And when you stop, he's going down. Good boy. Heel. Good. It's like been just like that. Heel. So walking down, practice a lot, because when you stop, you want a dog to go on a more stable and comfortable position, which is down. Heel. Good. He cannot be underneath your feet. He cannot be too far. He cannot be too behind or too in front. Just like that. When you stop, he goes down and heel again. And right now I'm doing a circle with the walking down. So you see how every couple of steps, this exercise is extremely, extremely important. Now, I normally would reinforce him a lot more for this exercise. However, I'm videotaping and I only have 2 hands. I wish I had more hands, but this is a hard exercise and he's doing a fantastic job. So absolutely, you can reinforce him here, and you can reinforce him for 2 things. You can reinforce him for healing while he's moving, and you can reinforce him heel for going down for you, just like that. So it's gonna be the last one I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna kind of drop the leash here, and I am gonna enforce him for staying. And see, I can even leave because I didn't tell him what to do next. Our default is a stay down if I didn't tell you what else to do. So it's kind of gradually going into down stay because I did not tell him to follow me. And this is a great, great exercise. Great boy. Great exercise, baby boy. Good job. Good job, baby. Good job, baby. And even that baby talk, see, he cannot get up. Baby talk. Still can't get up. I'm gonna actually force him for that because you know how hard that is for him. Perfect. And please, please, please do this exercise a lot. One of the most important ones. Okay. Place. Good boy. Okay. Place. Good boy. Okay. Place. Okay. Place. No, place. Good. If it's well-defined bed, it's much easier. So we do this in order to not have a well-defined anything, so the dog learns to actually keep all the paws. No, come on, good. All the paws inside of it, no matter what kind of shape it is, because we want it to be anything we want it to be. Okay. Okay. Place. Perfect. Perfect little baby. Perfect little baby. Okay. Place. No, place. Good. And if I didn't tell anything, dog can live with me. And this is not the proper leash. I mean, we can have a much longer leash. You're gonna have a one for the house and one for outside. And good baby, good baby. Oh, you're a good boy. Who's a good boy? Okay. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Place. And dragging the leash is heavy for him, but because he's gonna have to use the leash for so long, so I'm specifically keeping it on him. We will take the leash off and all that good stuff during the second board and train. He's a good baby. He's a good baby. He's a good baby. Yeah, you are. You're the best. You're the best. You are the best. Yeah, you are. You're the best. You're a baby boy. Okay. Down. Good job. Good job. Very good. Good down. We're going to try to attempt to work with this little thing that loves playing. Loves playing. No. Good. So he's now on a downstay, and he has to absolutely knock it up. do a different setting, sorry. Down. No, down. Good. No, down. Now, we still want him to want to play. We just want him to listen. We still want him to want to play though, right? So he didn't really listen here. He got up, started playing. So we're gonna redo this again. We don't change those things though. We're showing you how to deal with it. Good job. And now, stayed this time around. Good job. So it's not that you wanna kill all the interest in playing, because a lot of times you see, and these dogs don't want to play anymore. We do want them to play. They just need to listen to us in between. So when they break it, yes, we are making them, we're correcting them, and nope, good. That's his favorite. We're correcting them and then telling them no, and we're controlling them. However, good boy. We'll still want them to play a lot. So what happens here is you might see that I'm much stronger on the other dogs than him. He is much more you-oriented than toys-oriented. And I do want to push that interested in toys a little bit more. Just so, nope, down, good. So that's why I'm a little more tolerant to him. Now he gets up and he obviously listens, but I still want him to want to play with them big time, because we spend a lot of time playing with the dogs here, because that's how you're gonna teach him a lot of things. But his drives, although normal, but they're overly dominated by humans. So he's craving more attention from humans than he is from toys. And I do want a more independency from him. Perfect. That is his favorite, even though he's very careful and don't really like when it squeaks. That's just a big squeaker, so he likes a little that piggy over there that has a smaller, but and here we go. Perfect. Perfect. And you do this with all the toys. All toy he likes and everything he doesn't like. So all of that. And I'm gonna try to introduce something that he's never seen before. So we'll see how he's gonna deal with that. And he has not seen this caterpillar whatsoever. So we shall see how he is gonna be with it. Well, when I get this all unwrapped though. Here we go. Here's the caterpillar. And we don't show the caterpillar prior to. So, kind of want to see how he's going to deal with it. Now, this is all your children's toys. This is all your other stuff. We'll also talk about all of it. So, she's doing very well with it. Absolutely very well with it. Great. All right. That's fantastic. So that's exercise is called the impulse control. So we're basically controlling the dog from following the toys and allowing others to play with their toys. And if you have children, it's extremely important because sometimes they're playing with their toys. And here we go. That's his favorite. This is his second favorite, but because he's scared of this too, make too much noise. Doing a very good job, boy. Very good. And right after this, we're gonna play, and we're gonna play hard. And there's nothing wrong with a heavy reinforcement on your part, because that's a hard job for him. And stop when he flips, and then continue when he doesn't. Heel. Good. And this exercise called step aside. So you literally step aside, he needs to come back to you. And then you step aside again, and he needs to come back to you. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then step aside. He needs to come back right to you. Step aside. Come back right to you, big boy. Throw it around. Good boy. And step aside. And very good. Step aside. Good job. Good job. That basically covers all of the movements, how we move around. So we're teaching it all kind of sort of separately. All right, and I'm just gonna include it in this video. It's a outside circle and inside circle, meaning the dog is on the outside, and then we go into the dog on the inside. Here we go, just like that. So just because he's been, good job. Good. Very good. He's been actually very patient for a puppy. So there's a lot of things he's doing better than other puppy at his age. So he's been very good at this, and pushing them right in and making a very tight circle. All of this we're going to practice on the class. And as always, you stop, he goes down. Perfect little boy. And this is kind of how I even hold this. I mean, this is boohoo. I mean, obviously it's a smaller dog, but ego boy. Yeah, you are. Now, contrary to grooming and stuff, yes, we're looking for cooperation here, but we want him on the down, or we want him on his back when we want, when we want him the back feet, just so we can see them better. Well, it doesn't have to be on the back at all, but if he goes on the back, it's not a big deal. But the definition of nail trim and how you making the decision, it's going to be based on stability, dog being on the downstay, basically. So flipped or not flipped. Okay. All right. And you can give him a treat. Try to give him a treat if he's not upside down. The reason why, no, you don't have to, but the reason why you don't, you just push it with your hand, meaning that you just put it on the ground, let him come to the treat versus you doing this. And the reason why never give a treat upside down, because they can actually choke themselves. So never feed upside down. All right, and let's go for more nails. Very good. Okay, give him one treat because he's been cooperating with you. So for this behavior, not just cooperating, but also lying down. You have to have him lying down because that's how you are going to maintain that behavior for him. And give him a treat, please. So it's been fantastic so far. Okay. Very good. Give him a treat. And again, she's giving him a treat because he's not flipping down. You really want to encourage those behaviors. So he's just being on the down. He's not going his back. And that's why she's encouraging that. And we normally do about 1 or 2 nails from each paw. And that's it. Good. Okay, and look at the front paws again, and put those clippers right next to it. Pretend you're clipping it, but not clip it. And that's what you're gonna have to do with it. Sometimes just so your puppy gets so used to all of this. And give him a treat, please. Yeah, so see how he is. If he comes to it, he's gonna flip back from his back, so that's great. And just do this one. So also prolong, so you do necessary clipping right away in the beginning, and then you just basically playing with his paws and making sure that he is having a wonderful experiences and nothing is bothering him. And give him a treat and you guys are done. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Good job. Awesome. Next video we're gonna try show you why we can't do the muzzle yet. Yeah, we're gonna show them that. We're gonna do a muzzle when you grow up a little, because you're diving right into it. These extremely high value for him treats. However, that's the one that I recommended to you in the first place. So these are like crack for him. He absolutely loves them, but they're very full, you know, they're making them full really fast, and then after that he refusing to eat his diet. So if I would be you, I would be using this for extremely important things, like you going outside and something really good happened, and new behaviors and whatever that is that we're going to be doing. Going to the group class, that would be a good one to take with you besides the diet. But outside of that, he really loves them, and that's why this video is about that. Now, he's been working hard on understanding that everything is ours, not his. So just because this here, that doesn't mean he can go get it. It absolutely doesn't mean that. And even if I put it right here, it doesn't mean that he can have it until I say, okay, go boy. All right, and that's just for that piece, not for any other pieces. So this is very this is very important for you to practice, because although he looks like he doesn't care about food, he obviously does. And now we've been hand feeding him the whole time, and he's been working for his food, and he is really good at eating pretty much everything. But if you're gonna feed this in the evening, in the morning he's gonna give you problems eating the diet. So just understand how picky this little man is. No. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. No. And as long as he's moving, no, I'm actually not giving it to him. So you don't train this superstitious behaviors like that. Okay. No. Okay. I'm actually going to create a distance between me and him. He still can't touch it. No. Good. I'm going to do a little further. That actually stimulates him eating more. if you do this with the food, this exercise, but with food. I just did this for video, so you don't think that he doesn't want to, you know, just doesn't want to go eat his food. No, that's a high value treats. And okay, so that's not it, but just do this with his food, and it will be such a enjoyment for you, because he's actually going to eat more because he's working now for it. It's very good. And I'm not really willing to give him all of this because, again, it's very filling him up. So I'm going to just give him one more time, and we're going to finish the exercise on that. And I'm actually going to take all of this away. Very good. Very good. You're so good. You're so good. Okay, we're done here. Down. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So as of right now, everything, and I absolutely mean everything, is on the leash. Now, I'm doing this because I'm in an enclosed area, and you can absolutely do this in your backyard or in an enclosed area where he cannot run away from you. However, don't do this, meaning don't drop the leash unless you're in a secure location, okay? I'm gonna put him a little bigger so you can see him, and we can do you can practice a down stay anywhere. All I need you to do, if you are anywhere with him, you only go as far as your leash allows you. You'll have a 10 or 15 foot leash, and that is what you're going to use as far as go as far away until we actually train this behavior off leash in the during our next stay. Okay, so that is kind of how we are going to approach that. Now, as of right now, he can stay up to 10 to 15 minutes, and all I do is, if it's a no distraction, I come up and I reinforce it maybe once in 5-10 minutes. But if there are distractions, I'm gonna do a much more as far as reinforcement goes. So for the video purposes, we always do about 2-3 minutes, and this is what you're practicing for majority of the time, and we will push it and push it during the group classes, and obviously it's going to get up to 45 minutes on the second board and train, and it's going to be off leash. So as of right now, the reason why you're going to have it much longer than I is because you are not going to let this leash go, and because of that, it's going to be a more difficult for you to, you know, hang out there, and you can really push the limits a little more. And I'm going to actually show you where I am. That's where I am, and I am going to just get it bigger and that then smaller. When I come in, I just want you to see it. He's a good boy. And the thing is, the one thing he cannot do is he cannot get up. Not if you come up, just like that. Not if you anything. So just like that. And you can reinforce him. Okay. And you can either, you know, just stand here or again leave him. But again, just remember, because he's not off leash trained, he really can't do much as far as that goes. But he will stay, and he will be happy too. Yeah, you are. So as far as him goes, he's a wonderful man. And because it's getting too long for the video, I am going to just release him. Okay, baby, okay. Now this, this is what we gotta address all the time. You see how anytime he's flipping, I am not going to pet him. I'm gonna pet him for as long as he's not flipping on the backwards. And it doesn't work majority of the time. It works when you are not doing beep, 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 but it doesn't work when you do. So that is not a desirable position, okay? That is over submission, and it's really not good for him, because he's gonna do it to all the people and all the dogs and get himself in trouble later on. There's no need for that overly submissive behaviors. He needs to be normal with you. He needs to love you without all that over submissiveness. So I will spend a lot of time, you know, with him, not doing it, and I'm gonna ask you stop doing it, because this is what people do. They think it's fun. They think that you can absolutely encourage that because it's so cute. In reality, you are encouraging a submission of the dog. So now when you guys cuddle, when you play, that's a whole different story. But just to receive a pet, just to get with you, there's no need for all that submission. So I take it away, and he's still submitting by licking his chops and doing all that. But, and he's flipping again. And that's because it's reinforced from a very young age. Good job.